It's from PickDawgz.com here with Chris and Rod. It is Thursday, September 29th, 2022 here with your live show. We're live 7 days a week, 365 days a year, normally around 10 a.m. Eastern time, running a little bit late today, maybe a half hour. I was venting. I was just whining like a little girl back there. These guys had to hear it. Of course, I have to show bars, graphs, and things, and then Ruffalo gets sidetracked with his Euclidean geometry.
Not doing a good job trying to keep that low profile.
It's like, I'm like pointing at it, he's like, that's not an isosceles triangle.
You had me at pie chart.
It's like sine, cosine, theta. It's like, that is not an isosceles triangle.
Pythagoras is rolling in his grave right now.
All angles equal 180 degrees in a triangle. I don't know where you're going with this.
Isn't that isosceles?
Isosceles is all angles in the triangle are the same.
Are the same.
No, that
isn't it?
No, isn't isosceles the one where they're all different angles, but they all come up to 180 degrees?
Doesn't sound congruent to me. I like geometry so much I had to take it for 2 years.
Equilateral is where they're all the same angle.
That's right. It is equilateral. Right. Thank you, Chris.
Isosceles is the two sides have equal length.
Oh.
Kind
of like these fingers. It's my isosceles triangle right there.
Yeah, that works.
You know, they call them fingers, but you never really see them fing.
Well, it's the last week of Major League Baseball here. We don't have these guys to kick around for much longer. Oh, man, are these games just brutal. I mean, there's just some horrible, horrible baseball going on. But, yeah, a lot of other good stuff. We've got college football and NFL going on. We go to Cincinnati, to the jungle, where the Bengals taking on the Dolphins. Chris, Bengals pretty sizable favorite here, over a field goal in this one, against the undefeated Dolphins. Joe Burrow's been getting hammered in the pocket, but the Bengals coming off of a win against an AFC East team, the Jets. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm still trying to find the injury news on Tua and Jalen Waddle. I'm expecting both to still go. Whether they're 100% or not, that's another story. They're probably at least 75-80%. But I'm still looking at the under in this one. It's been the year of the under so far, and primetime under is already 7-3 to start the year. I think I've seen the line of actually 47.5 in some places, which I think is key, because I think it's either 27-20. Or maybe if you're looking at Miami covering, it's 24-23, but I think it gets to 47 points max. I don't see it getting up over this number. So if you can get 47.5, I would definitely go with the under in that one. But I still lean towards the under at any other number, 46.5.
Rod, how about you? What do you think of this game?
You look at this game, and I look at both defenses, and you look, Dolphins giving up average 21 points a game. Bengals 18 points a game, and that definitely doesn't equate to getting us over the total. I think Tua plays in this game. I've seen him do an interview that he's getting all sorts of physio and massages and therapeutic rubs and doing everything that he can try to do to be ready to play this game. He wants to play this game. So I think he gets in and he plays this game. But I think the defense has come to shine on this one after a short week. I got to agree with Chris. Give me the under in this one. I mean, even if it's at, I see it. You can find it at 48. It's all over the place. Shop your line, get your best number. But take the under. You look at the Dolphins, 10-2-1. Their last Thursday night, 13 Thursday night football games, all to the under. 5-1 their last 6 road games to that under. And you look at Cincinnati, their last 8 games, all to that under. And they're also 13-3 in their last 16 after rushing for 90-plus yards in the previous game to the under. We got a nice defensive one on our hands here. Take the under.
I think we got a consensus here. I think we're all on the under in this one. The Bengals have been the kings of the under, so I don't see any reason to get off of that here with them. Dolphins, they are banged up, but we saw Tua come back in last week. I mean, he was injured last week and left the game, and he came back in. So I don't see why he wouldn't play here. Is that what they're saying, that Tua is not playing?
I'm seeing
people were doubting questionable.
Yeah, questionable means yes. Questionable means they're playing.
Yeah.
Out means they're not playing.
I seen an interview and he said, "Yeah, I'm doing everything. I'm getting massaged and physios."
Me too.
Hookers a blow.
Me too. Mm-hmm. I'm doing everything. It's like I've been getting a massage. It's like the next question. It's like if he's on our show, it's like, did you get the happy ending? It's like it's like. Before you guys ask, I just want to let you know I did get the happy ending.
Is it too soon to make a Deshaun Watson joke at that point, or are you leaving that one alone? Have months be down.
Yeah, I don't know, but I like the under here as well. On my 7 free picks in just five minutes. 7 free picks in just 5 minutes. It's the trend was the Bengals to the under, 8-0 to the under in the last 8. Look at the money on this game. Jay Briggs asking. He said it's coming in different ways. It just seems very, very even here. Is that the money on the spread is on the it's one of those interesting games where the spread money is all on the Bengals, right? But the money line money is kind of even.
Someone was asking in the comments that they're hearing that Miami is a public dog tonight, and they wanted an explanation on how.
On how they're a public dog.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not showing that to be the case because I'm showing both spread and I'm showing that basically it's 50-50 on these games, on both of them, on money line and spread. 49-51 with the 51 being the Bengals. Both of these. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't see the public dog angle either.
I don't see the public dog. Let's see it. Anyways, speaking of public dogs. We got BYU and Utah State. What do you think of this one, Chris?
Yeah, this is definitely a hard one to get a feel on, but I'm still leaning towards BYU. I think there's something inherently wrong with Utah State's offense. Now BYU, they'll want to get out as healthy as possible. They've got Notre Dame on deck in Las Vegas next week, and they're also trying to nurse injuries to their top 2 receivers, but that doesn't stop BYU from steamrolling teams already this season. And like I said, there's something wrong with Utah State. They haven't gotten going. And that game against UNLV, I think, was a lot more far apart than that final score would indicate, only being a 10-point loss for Utah State against the Rebels. So I think BYU steamrolls them here, wins this one 38-10, covers the number in the process.
I like 38-10. That fits for me. I like the under in this one. Just so you said, Utah was often looked good, and how many points are they going to add to this total? And then I don't know if BYU, just like I said, this is a look ahead to Notre Dame next week. And are they really? BYU wants to put their foot on the gas whether this is a blowout or not for me in this one. But you look, the Aggies are 6-0 to the under in their last 6 non-conference games. And BYU 7-1 to the under in their last 8 on Thursday. The last 7 meetings between these two, 5-2 to the under in Laval Edwards. So for me, I got to go to the under. I'll take the under in this one. Give me the under.
I'll go with the under as well. I just don't see a lot of points. I think that, once again, the trends on this thing just all say under. And this is a rivalry game. And, normally that means physical. And Utah State, just their offense is terrible this season. They lost all those receivers and everything. They all transferred out. They have the same quarterback, but you can't throw it to yourself.
You try.
Yeah, try. Maybe we should send Ruffalo outside with the camera out here, throwing it to himself. Today I'll demonstrate the throwing to myself.
Mitch mentioned you didn't specify how far I had to go. It's like a 2-yard pass. just underhand it to myself, give myself enough time to get to the other side of the camera, and then just catch it.
So Aaron Lappin is saying they're 3-0 on the season, so the public is going to ride with the undefeated team. That is not what we've seen, though. I mean, you might think that, but that's not what the money action indicates, at least from our very unreliable source. So, yeah, but that's not what it's showing. Not what it's showing.
Our unreliable source it says they've sold 93,000 tickets on that bet. That's been placed, but showing 93,000 number in that data, I don't know. In the pie chart,
it's a Venn diagram, Rod. Venn.
Yeah, it's a Venn diagram.
Pie chart sounds more enticing.
Sven diagram. It's the Swedish version of the Venn diagram.
Even ask the question.
It's the Sven diagram. It's kind of like, where do I get the fish?
The loot fish. Mm-hmm.
The Swedish fish. The red ones.
Oh.
The chewy.
Yeah, I think they call it loot fish.
Do they?
Loot fish. Yeah, I think that's what it's called.
Fancy.
Loot fish.
It's the fancy name for it.
Good cod, I think.
Yeah. We're talking about gummies.
Speaking of gummies, we got the Tigers taking on the Royals. Eduardo Rodriguez against Jonathan Heasley. Chris, what do you think?
Oh, boy. Yeah, I'm going to go with the over in this one. I don't trust either starting pitcher. I know Heasley has had times where, he's actually been better than maybe his reputation, would precede him. But, yeah, I got to go with the over here. I just, again, Eduardo Rodriguez hasn't looked all that sharp since coming back into the fold for the Tigers. And Heasley, the last time he faced the Tigers, gave up 7 runs in 4 innings. So I'm going to go with the over in this one.
Rod?
Yeah, I mean, look at this one, and I don't think any amount of gummy candy is going to make this one exciting. But Detroit's playing the better ball right now, so I ain't going to get off them. They're 7-3 their last 10. They won 5 straight. Going to make it 6 straight. Gotta go with Detroit here. Detroit 6-2 their last 8 versus a starter with a whip more than 130. So, and the Royals 16-31 in their last 51 road games. Royals are awful. I'll take Detroit.
I'm going to take Detroit as well. The Royals have been just terrible. So, no reason not to. Go to the next game on the board. Can't really dress up that thing too well. Got the Twins against the White Sox. Louis Varland up against Lucas Giolito. Boy, the White Sox have been absolutely terrible. Chris?
Yeah, I was initially leaning towards the White Sox, but after just some soul searching,
got a mic issue or something.
Can you hear me?
Sounds off, right?
Can you hear me now?
No.
Okay.
How about you, Rod? Can you hear him?
Try again. Mike,
how about now?
1, 2.
Testing.
I can hear him. Yep, I hear you. hear you.
All right, go ahead then.
Okay. I like the White Sox here. I liked the White Sox when I did the video for this one yesterday, but after digging a little bit more, I like the over in this one. And I think Lucas Giolito, he has pitched better on the road, but he still has an ERA close to 4 on the road this season. And Louis Varland, it's only his 4th career start. He's given up 9 runs in 16 innings. I think this one, I think 7.5 just too low here. I think we get it to at least 9 runs. So I'm going to take the over between the White Sox and Twins.
And I like the White Sox here. I know they've lost 7 in a row, but can't keep losing them all. I think this is a good spot. I think Giolito comes and pitches a good start here. Look at Louis Varland, and he's 0-2 with a 5 ERA his last 3. Young, and I think the White Sox get to him, end their losing streak. I like the White Sox.
I'm going to take the Twins. I hate the White Sox. Hate them. I want out of that relationship. Boston Red Sox up against the Baltimore Orioles. Mike Baumann against Nathan Eovaldi. Going to want to bring a freshly oiled mitt to the game for this one. Chris, what do you think?
Having a fresh mitt didn't help the guy that was trying to catch Aaron Judge's 61st homer last night. And I don't know if it's going to help anybody here, but I do like the over here as well. I'm with you. I think this is going to be a high-scoring game. I don't trust Mike Baumann in his 3rd start, and Nathan Eovaldi making his return to the injured list. This is still a guy I can't forget that gave up 5 home runs in an inning. So I like the over in this one. I think this one easily soars into double digits, kind of like the first couple games of the series.
And I like Boston here. I'll take Boston. I know Nathan Eovaldi and coming back from the injured list. But the Orioles, Orioles 6-13 their last 19 in Game 4 of a series, and 1-4 their last 5. They're ready to officially be eliminated from the playoffs because Boston gets this win, Jays are in, Orioles are out. So Boston does one good thing and gives the Jays a little help here and goes, here you go, I'll get you guys a win and beat the Orioles here. That'll clinch the Jays playoff spot. So I'll take Boston in this one. As the Jays limp into the playoffs. Dragging their laugh back like.
All right. I like the over. Yesterday's game was lower scoring. I think today they get back to business. Got the Cubs and the Phillies. I hit a nice winner yesterday on the Cubbies. Take it. Premium pick for me on that one. Love fading Aaron Nola. Love it. Love it. What do you think? Can the Cubs make it a beat Wheeler, Nola, and whoever they're wheeling out today, Suarez? I think the Cubs. Phillies suck, man. Don't get me wrong. It's kind of like a YouTube commenter. I don't mean to sound negative, but Phillies suck. Don't mean to be a hater, but you suck balls.
Don't sell yourself short. You're a tremendous slouch. No, but I am going to go with the Phillies in this one. Salvage something from this one. Javier Assad, he has started to stumble in his last couple of starts. He gave up 4 runs in each of his last 2 starts, spanning 6 combined innings. And Ranger Suarez, the one thing you can at least say about Suarez is that he's pitched better on the road this season. The Phillies haven't done a good job. They've lost his last 4 road starts, but I think they turned it around, salvage something from this one. So give me the Phillies on the run line. Try to get that minus 180, minus 190 price down to something more manageable.
You made that Grace your bitch. Rod.
And I'll take the Cubs here. I like the Cubs. You look at that streak, and it's just like, me, I love riding those streaks. And Cubs have won 7 straight as underdogs. So why not make it 8? Fired up. Let's take the Cubs. They make it 8 wins as underdogs. And the Phillies have failed to cover that run line too in their last 7. It says, yeah. Yikes. I'll take the Cubs. They got nothing to play for. You're all loose as a goose. Loose as a goose. Yeah, goose. I think Thanksgiving's coming.
Yeah, it's like I hate the Cubs, but I equally hate the Phillies. Chris, what are you selling today?
For me today, I got my my $15 pickoff play for Major League Baseball. Also got my $25 NFL whale bet. Or if you want both of those, I'm in a 3-pack with my favorite college football player for the night as well for $40 over at PickDawgz Premium. Remember, use that promo code WIN15, get 15% off. If you hop on something long term, now you're getting NFL Sunday mixed in there with the college football as well. So get the most bang for your buck.
Is your favorite college football play the under in South Carolina State by any chance?
So I now have a 2-pack. That's it. No. Okay.
I don't know. Everyone likes that. It's almost too easy. Rod likes a good trend. South Carolina State.
I like the under there.
Oh, South Carolina, like 400-0 in September to the under against non-ranked teams. Oh yeah, it's like ridiculous versus non-ranked teams. They're like 600-0 to the under in September games.
Yeah, that's a crazy number.
The game, like El Niños, moved because of the hurricane. The
game moved because of the hurricane.
Yeah, you saw it on ESPN, right? El Niños and the game both moved. Couldn't make the drive-through yesterday.
Hope everything's all good. It's not going swimming. For me, over at PickDawgz Premium today, I've got my 10-star Thursday night football game of the month. You can scoop that up over at PickDawgz
10 out of how many? Out of how many stars total could you possibly
10.
Hit? Oh, 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10, my 10-star game of the month.
Wow.
Over at PickDawgz Premium. You can scoop that up. Or I've got my $15 bookie buster going. We're going for 5 straight on it. Or you can get all 3 plays I got going today in my Thump the Bookie Thursday, which includes my Thursday night football game of the month and the $15 bookie buster. Your best package. Go jump on Thump the Bookie Thursday. Use promo code WIN15 and save on that. And let's have a winning day.
Will Rod make it 6 in a row on his bookie buster? Who in the hell do you think you are? As I see it, yes.
Nice.
Can you see it?
Got a lucky 8 ball on my side.
Tough to see the 8 ball, but it does say, as I see it, yes. I don't know. Can't get it.
Oh, yeah, there it is.
You saw it?
Yep, at the angle. Yeah, when you got the angle, the camera like zoomed in and it zoomed out. Now we can't.
Oh, well,
the way he got, we seen the reflection. You're on the sports chat plays stats page. On the one to monitor, I can see it. Props. The props are up.
there you go. Anyways, we got the Guardians of the Galaxy up against the Rays. What a series this has been. Both games have gone to extra innings. Chris?
I could see it going there again, but I'm gonna go with the under in this one. This is just a really, maybe even first 5 under. It's a really great pitching matchup. You got Jeffrey Springs, been sort of one of the unsung heroes of this Rays rotation this season. Kind of came out of nowhere. 9-4, a 2.56 ERA, 136 strikeouts, and a 2.68 ERA in his last 7. And Cal Quantrill, it's the guy that's been rock solid for the Guardians. Last 7 starts 5-0, a 2.52 ERA. I think this is a bit of a pitcher's duel. So give me the under first 5 full game.
Under first 5 full game.
Playing both, parlay them up.
Oh, so the under, a double under in this one.
Yeah.
Double under.
Yeah.
Right. I like that. I like that under first 5. I got to agree there. Pitchers duel on the first 5, and then all heck breaks loose, and the Indians win. So I like the under in the first 5. Just to say, Cal Quantrill 8-0 at home, and Springs 2-0 on the road and 2-0 his last 3. Both pitchers pitching lights out. So I agree. I like the under first 5, and I like the Indians to win this. Give me the Guardians. I still can't. It's still the Indians still wants to flow right off the tongue. The Guardians doesn't. I think Guardians, and I keep thinking Guardians of the Galaxy, and we're gonna have we're gonna take off in spaceship. Brew.
Okay. I like the under as well. Runs have been tough to come by. Go to our next game. Brewers and the Marlins. And the Brewers, just every time they get close like this, they just have fallen flat on their face. Just tough to have any kind of faith in them whatsoever. They're just one game back in the loss column here. And tomorrow it's Corbin Burns against Sandy. So you know they're going to lose that one. What do you think here, Chris?
Yeah, it's entirely possible they could drop this one as well. But I'm looking at the under with a lean towards Milwaukee, just because I think they know they're probably up against it tomorrow against Alcantara. But Braxton Garrett, he's been decent in his couple starts since returning to the Marlins rotation. He's given up 3 runs over 10 2/3. But again, we all know that the problem for the Marlins this season is consistently, for the most part, been run support for their pitchers. And I don't see that changing against Eric Lauer, who I think is still one of the better arms that the Brewers have. 10-7, 3.96 ERA on the year. He gave up 2 runs in 2 2/3 last time out. Shortened start, but I think he's capable of going deeper here against this subpar Miami offense. So I like the under in this one, lean towards Milwaukee.
And I like the other way. I like the over. You look at Marlins versus good teams. They seem to score some runs. So the over 7-2 their last 9 versus teams with winning records. Marlins 6-2 to the over their last 8 versus a left-handed starter. And then you look at the Brewers as well, and their last 5 versus the NL East, 4-1 to the over. So I think both starters are good for giving up a few runs, and then we get some more runs late. I like the over. Give me the over in this one.
I like the under. And the Marlins. I think the Brewers have had every chance this season. Haven't been able to take advantage of it. Got the Angels and the A's, Shohei Ohtani on the mound here against Cole Irvin. Chris?
Yeah, I'm gonna lean towards the Angels run line here. I just like the way Shohei Ohtani's pitched. It's hard not to. He's got a sub-2 ERA in his last 7 starts, and Cole Irvin, still a 6.91 ERA in his last 7. And coming off a start where he gave up 8 runs, 7 earned to the Mets. I think the Angels, they, like I said, they found themselves offensively since Mike Trout came back into the fold, and with Ohtani starting on the mound here, I think he throws another gem, holds the A's in check, and helps the Angels get a win on the run line. So give me the Angels -1.5.
Wow, bold.
I know, right?
And I think it's a 1-run game, and any way you slice it. Yeah, Cole Irvin did have a bad start his last time out, but it was against the Mets. I think he bounces back and keeps things a little bit closer in this one. I like the Oakland plus the 1.5. You look at the Angels at home, 32-45 to that run line, and Oakland 45-32 on the road to that run line. I got to go with Oakland plus the 1.5. I think this is a 1-run game all day. I believe 3 of the last 5 Ohtani starts have been a 1-run game as well. Don't quote me on that. Might be 2. But they're close, and I think this is a closer game, 1-run game. I'm going to take Oakland plus the 1.5 in this one.
Okay, I'm looking for confirmation of that that happy ending on the tomb slash. I'm gonna go with the first 5 under in this one. I think this one where I don't know how deep these pitchers are gonna go, but I think while they're in, I think they're gonna be tough. So I'm gonna go first 5 under. If I'm gonna bet pitchers, you gotta bet first 5. So that's what I'm doing. I don't always believe in betting starting pitchers. The Dolphins are 3-0 and the Bengals are 1-2. Yet the Bengals are 3.5 to 4 point favorites, depending on where. I don't know. They beat the Jets. They have a common opponent. I don't know. I don't know. Giants and the Rockies, Carlos Rodon. Oh, wait, I skipped the game. Padres-Dodgers. Chris, I don't know anything about this game.
I haven't seen any pitching matchup announced. I think I saw Brewster Gratterall.
No one will be pitching.
It's like they're playing T-ball. They're playing.
No,
they're
there'll be no
underhanding the ball.
tees. There'll be no pitching. That's it.
They're underhanding the ball to themselves and then just trying to hit it into the outfield. Yeah, I'm seeing Brewster Gratterall in the opener role. He hasn't made a start this season, so I think it easily could be a bullpen game on both sides. I initially thought it might be Andrew Heaney, but I don't know. It's hard to make an educated guess without this one. I'm still going to probably lean towards the under. We've seen low-scoring games in the first couple games of this series, and like I said, it's hard without knowing who the Padres are even starting here. So give me the under.
Rod.
And yeah, Brewster Gratterall is slated to get the start in this one, so he's going to go 1 inning, 2 if he pitches well. But when he makes appearances,
he goes 0 if I had anything to do with it.
But if you look, when he makes an appearance in games, the Dodgers have won 9-1 when he has made an appearance. So I'm not going to go with TBD. I'm going to take the Dodgers here. I think the Dodgers get themselves another win.
I like the over. I think we've seen too many unders, and both these teams can hit. At least the Dodgers can. I like the over. Got the Rangers and the Mariners. Marco Gonzalez against John Gray. Rangers just real shitstorm. Chris?
Yeah, I think I'm going to take the over in this one, over 7. I didn't look like it on the surface, but I went digging. These two teams have combined for 7 or more runs 12 times in this series this season, and I just think that this is going to be a high scoring matchup just from a pitching perspective. Marco Gonzalez, I think he tends to get batted around a little bit, and I'm not necessarily sold on John Gray to finish out the year. He had a nice run in the middle of the season, but I think he's kind of just playing out the string. I think this one easily gets to 8 or 9 runs, so give me the over between the Mariners and Rangers.
Well, if anyone knows about playing out the string, it's Ruffalo.
Yes,
Rod,
sir.
what do you got here?
Yeah, both of these teams just playing up the string. So, and I like John.
I thought you were
Gray
going to
more
say,
than
Ruffalo does really know how to play out the string.
So you look at this game, and I like John Gray over Marcos Gonzalez. I think Seattle just looks deflated, and they've nosedive as we've seen them do many times. They win in bunches and lose in bunches. I'm gonna take Texas here. I like John Gray over Marco Gonzalez. Texas gets the win.
Texas gets the win. I'm gonna take. I'll take the over in this one too. Why not? John Gray. It just seems that once he starts getting hit, he really gets hit. And Marco, you know what they say, Polo. Carlos Rodon has been a major disappointment for the Giants this year. He's the worst all-star pitcher in history, I believe, up against Ryan Feltner. I mean, how in the hell was this guy an all-star? I mean, seriously. How does he have a 2.98 ERA? Gosh. I don't know. Anyways, Giants against the Rockies. Chris, what do you think?
I'm trying to do some digging into how he got that ERA. He hasn't been that bad. I mean, the majority of his starts are about 6 innings. He's given up 5 or more runs 4 times this year out of 30 starts. So it's not that bad. I'm still leaning towards the Giants on the run line here. I don't want any part of Ryan Feltner. I think a 5-3 win for the Giants gets us there. So I lean towards the Giants on the run line.
All right, you are a fool, Chris. I mean, Rod. He's on mute. On mute.
Yeah, I don't hear him.
I don't hear him.
Nope. My bad. I was coughing and I muted myself. Sorry about that. I forgot to unmute myself. You look at this one, and
we failed to see the humor in that.
I know.
Rufo will get back. I see 4 sides. I see 4 90-degree angles. Sounds like a square to me. Call it a polygon all you want. It's a square in my book.
Where was I? What was I talking about? In this game, you look, and you got Feltner. He's definitely been giving up the runs. And Rodon, he's serviceable. So he gives up a few here, he gives up a few there. And like Chris says, he does have a few blips on his radar where he's like, ooh, I give out 5 runs here. I like runs in this game for some. You look at the trends, and they all say that you should take the under because they haven't been scoring and things have been going under. And you even look 4-1 the last 5 meetings to the under. I'm going to contrarian. I think we see some runs today. I like the over. Give me the over 7.5. I think we get to 8 or 10 in this game today.
Under for me. I'm going to stick with the under. These guys have been unders. They just want to get the hell
trends.
Out
Yeah,
of
trends all scream unders, but I'm going to go contrarian today.
I scream under.
I scream. You scream.
We all scream for over.
You want to see an over? Head on over to that Royals Tigers game. He's pitching. Parlay, anyone?
Let's go with my equilateral parlay of the day. We're gonna go with the over in let's see here, the over in the
spit it out.
I'm trying the over in the Mariners and Rangers, over White Sox, Twins, and the Rangers the Phillies on the run line.
And I like my parlay. We're going to take Detroit on the money line, the White Sox on the money line, and we're going to take Oakland plus the 1.5.
I'm going to take Dolphins, Bengals, under. South Carolina State, under. Utah State, BYU, under.
3 unders.
3 unders. Thanks, everyone, for joining us. I apologize for Ruffalo's behavior. Make it a winning day.